All right, I just had to talk about these first three episodes of Gen V because I'm really liking it so far, and I will be going into spoilers. So if you've not seen the episodes yet, or all three episodes yet, go and watch them if you're of age because yeah, this is a very mature show, just like the boys. Just like the boys, it is a very mature show. So yeah, if you're of age, go watch it because yeah, kids don't need to be watching this until you're older. So yeah, Gen V is really good, and that being like it being a spin-off of The Boys, I just knew I was like I had to watch it, and yeah, it's really good so far. I'm really liking it, as I said, and just like in The Boys, the characters are in here are really well developed. Like they're really good, and like I feel like there's no wasted character in this show. I think they're all pretty like they're all written pretty well, and it really starts you off with a what the fuck moment with Marie, the character who's like the main character in the show. But it gives you a moment where it gets you prepared for what's to come in this show, and you can either stick with it or tap out. It's very much like where Huey's girlfriend, who I'm forgetting the name of course, died when a train just ran right through her, and yeah, and that was a WTF moment, and this one pretty much was a WTF moment when she first learns or first first pretty much gets her powers or first learns of her powers when she like has her period one day, and yeah, and she sees that she can control her blood, and then of course her parents come in, or her mom first and then her dad, and then man, just to see that scene like of her accidentally killing her parents, that I mean, that was kind of like, it gives you a very much a sick feeling, just like when what happened with Huey's girlfriend in the first episode of like the boys' first season. So yeah, it has you feeling sad. It has you feeling sad right at the start, but it's a great start to her character. It's just like it's a great start to her journey, and the sadness that her character has in the show, I think, is it really like plays it well in the show. And Jazz Sinclair as Marie Moreau in the show. She does a good job, as well as the other actors too. And I will get to them. But yeah, but in the show, of course, she's doing what she can to keep her place because she doesn't want to be going to this place. Like I forgot what it was called. It was like it was gonna be like another sort of like prison in the show. But she's at the what was it called again? I forget. Like they showed it in season 3 of The Boys where they keep all these kids. But she gets out of this place and she goes to Godolphin University, or they call it God U in the show. That's like where like that's kind of if it's shortened name I guess. But yeah, but she plays her well, just trying to keep her place in like in the university, even after she like almost got expelled. And when she has those interviews where she's lying and not giving credit to was it her name Jordan Lee in the show, or any of like the other characters like the what's their name like Andre. So yeah, seeing those interviews, it's like man, she's uncomfortable giving those interviews, but she wants to lie. She wants to tell. Well, she's not really. Yeah, she's lying, but she's doing what the Vought or like is it Vought? It would probably be Vought or Godolphin or whoever wrote the interview, whoever had like the lines. She's doing it. Like she's following the lines pretty much. And it's also kind of weird of her being pretty much the main character, not knowing about the woods, this prison underneath the school. I think it's underneath the school. I think right. but yeah, her not knowing is weird for like a main character because she's just learning about it from like Jordan Lee or what's her name? Oh wait, I was thinking of Kate, but it's actually Andre that pretty much tells her about the woods. So yeah, for a main character not knowing that, it's pretty interesting. And yeah, but she's learning about them more than now with like Emma going down there. And Emma's a really interesting character as well. She goes by Little Cricket, and she's played by Lizzie Broadway in the show. And yeah, she might be my favorite character of the show so far. Like it's interesting that she shrinks, but she has to puke first, and I always think that's like kind of like an interesting power. Of course, with the Ant-Man, and then with like the shrinking character was named Termite in the first 2 seasons, even though he was more of like kind of a reoccurring character. But we saw him in that big scene in like the last season, episode 1 of season 3. But with her having to be like puking and having to get small and like everything else around her, with her just doing it pretty much for entertainment, but kind of like messing with herself with the puking. It is definitely playing into her mental health, and that's what I think makes her an interesting character in the show. And yeah, she does it for the entertainment. She does it for YouTube with what she had when Marie came in, when she's trying to fight her hamster. What'd she name her hamster? I forget. It was like the guy from CSI. What's his name? I'm blanking on his name for some reason. David Caruso. It was kind of funny. But yeah, she's doing it just for entertainment because she really hasn't found a purpose of her just like shrinking and like utilizing that well. And yeah, people are trying to profit off her, like her mother. Her like mother is very overbearing, and she like tries to exploit her for like, I guess, for popularity. Her mother's trying to get in there and get herself known. And then we have a girl that's like comes in and she's the one she talks to her, and this girl tries to exploit her for her like YouTube views, and she like tells everyone that she pukes to get small. So yeah, it is messed up how people exploit her for views and popularity these first 3 episodes. Like, like with her mother too. It's just like, wow. And when she said like F you to her mother or whatever, I forget. Did she say in the 3rd episode? I think she did. And when her mother is trying to get her to have like a reality show, and that also wanted to exploit her like mental health or her like vulnerabilities or all that for reviews as well. So it's like, okay, yeah, it just definitely feels messed up. And also, can we stop having scenes with tiny people and dicks, please? Although like that scene was kind of interesting as well, because it was like, it also played into her mental health, because I feel like that scene didn't really play it as sexual, I guess. Like, I guess not as much as it, like the scene from like the first episode of The Boys season 3 did. It just kind of just played it out as, yeah, she's doing this just to please this guy. And it's just like, okay, man, like, I don't want to see this anymore, but it's just like, it was interesting, I guess. But yeah, she's just trying to please this guy. And yeah, and it's cool that she does find like her, I guess, a purpose with her powers, just sneaking into the woods prison at the end and going to the meet with Sam, of course, and her trying to help, I guess, getting him out now. So yeah, I'm guessing she's gonna get out, because he's like, yeah, I know the codes to all like the doors now. And I also felt attacked when she's like, yeah, you're a white guy, so your favorite movie must be Star Wars or Godfather or Shawshank. So yeah, that made me kind of feel attacked. And yeah, and we got Andre Anderson, played by Chance Perdomo. He's an interesting character because he's also got an overbearing parent. His like father was like a former soup. I think in the 7. Was he in the 7? It kind of looked like he was in the 7, or he was at least like a known soup. But his like father wants him to be just like him, just be like a popular soup like him. And yeah, he has like the rebellious attitude too. And it feels like he's going through the motions. Like his like father wants him to be something big. Like he wants him to be like just like him. But he's like, man, I'm going to Godolkin. I'm going to this university, but yeah, I'm not really feeling it. But I'm having but he's definitely buddies with like the soups, like Golden Boy, of course. And yeah, but he's reckless too, with that like scene at the end of episode 1 where he has like that, he makes that little bird out of like the coin. What was it? I think it was a coin. I'm not sure, but he's like trying to press that girl, and then all of a sudden gets bumped, and that like the bird goes into like the woman's throat and cuts her throat. And then we have Marie saving her, and that was pretty cool. That with Marie, of course, with her parents, like basically having the same thing happen to her parents and as happening kind of this woman, but she saves the woman. I thought that was pretty cool. Then Clancy Brown at their Brink is like gonna expel her because, yeah, he's ever favoring more in like the students that are well known right now. Then we go to a character that Brink looks to as, I guess, their child, not really a child, but I guess it would be daughter son. I guess I don't know like if there's a term I'm missing right now, but it's Jordan Lee played by London Thor and Derek Liu. I think his name is Derek Liu. But yeah, they're a gender shifter, and it's also a very interesting character because, yeah, we see like the character fight Golden Boy, but they don't give credit for fighting Golden Boy off because, yeah, their gender identity doesn't play well in certain markets. So like they mentioned, like down in Florida, of course, Florida is gonna be mentioned with this. So yeah, and yeah, I like that it plays like well in social commentary with like recent topics with like gender identity. So it's a really interesting character. So yeah, the gender identity doesn't play well in certain markets, and doesn't even play well with their father their father, because like their father is like, yeah, this is not the powers like I wanted you to have when we shot you out with V when you were born. So it definitely makes Jordan Lee an interesting character. And also an interesting character. Well, they're all interesting characters, I guess. But one I thought wasn't going to be that interesting was Kate Dunlap, played by Maddie Phillips. And she can make anybody, or she can make anybody do whatever like she wants just by touching their hand. And it's definitely influenced by like Jedi mind tricks. I feel like it's definitely influenced by that. But also Rogue when she wears gloves. And yeah, I didn't really think she was interesting at first because she seemed kind of like just like the love interest to Golden Boy. But when Golden Boy goes out at the end of the episode, or end of the first episode, it like makes her character like really interesting. And like I was fascinated by her character before that too, because yeah, her powers are cool. And I just think with like everything going through her mind when Golden Boy goes out in the first episode, it's just like, yeah, like, and she knows a lot about, I guess, Sam too. Golden Boy, I did not really expect to go out in the first episode. And just because he was played by Patrick Schwarzenegger, Arnold's son, and I thought, okay, he's probably going to be around for more. And yeah, and I think he is in a way. Like they're going to show him with flashbacks, of course. And they've already done flashbacks with him. So I expect there's going to be more of that to come in this episode or in this like season. Even with Sam coming into the picture too, his brother, and even like Emma's telling him that Sam's like that Golden Boy or Luke sent him down. Well, it's Golden Boy, but Luke sent him to save him. But she's lying to him, not telling him that he died. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. How's Sam gonna react to that? I thought Clancy Brown as Brink was gonna be around longer, but then we see Golden Boy take him out in the first episode. And I was like, man, oh no. And I hope we see more of him in flashbacks later because I want to see more of what he had in keeping Sam like down in the woods prison. So I thought, yeah, I want to see more Clancy in these flashbacks, and because he's only really portrayed as positively kind of in these like first 3 episodes. So yeah, we gotta learn more about him later on in the season. We're gonna see definitely a lot of more Sam going forward. He's giving me like Evan Peters vibes when he was having that conversation with Emma in his like prison cell. So yeah, we're definitely gonna learn more about his character going forward. We got Indira Shetty, who is pretty much assuming, I guess, like Brink's role in the show, and she's almost like I feel like she's almost like Giancarlo, or like Giancarlo's role, or she's like she's got Madeline Stillwell's role in here. So yeah, and she's definitely seemingly like gonna be the villain or one of the villains in this show. And it's also interesting what like her main goal is, getting close to Marie. Does she want to take Marie like under her wing and try to like keep her on her side? So yeah, I'm definitely liking her as the villain in this series. And yeah, and we see some characters from The Boys pop in as like cameos, like Ashley Barrett, who is more than a cameo. Like she comes in, and yeah, it's cool seeing her. We see cameos from A-Train in the Deep, which is pretty cool. And I like that with their cameos. So like it's played up like college sports or like college football, where they're getting drafted into the 7. And I feel like the whole Godolphin University thing is like, I feel like it is pretty much like college sports and them like getting drafted in the 7 or wherever they go. And yeah, and the whole thing is played up with like social media and likes and followers. And even like that seems more important than learning at the university. Like, because I haven't seen any learning in these episodes at this university, which is like pretty weird. But yeah, it's always funny how like, yeah, social media and like popularity is definitely bigger than learning at this university. So yeah, that's that's funny. But yeah, it's a good show. I'm really liking the first 3 episodes so far of Gen V. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to watching the rest of the series because it is set up to be a good one and a really good spin-off to The Boys. And who knows, I feel like these characters might end up going to The Boys. Like I could really see like Marie, or yeah, I feel like Marie's with her powers, yeah, it would definitely fit in with The Boys, and I can definitely see her going to the 7. So yeah, I think we'll see some crossover. Going forward. But yeah, what did you think about these first 3 episodes of Gen V? Tell me down in the comments below. And yeah, till next time, I'll see y'all later. Rebel out.